Good afternoon, students. Welcome back to our online classes. Today, in this session, you are going to learn the remaining part of the lesson. Try counting sheep. First, I want to read the lesson. What a beast! Wild beast, said William. What's a wild beast, William? They are sort of like a horse. The body is, but they have got heads more like a cow with horns and beard. Beards, don't they? Said Charlie. The mummies have beards too. Mummies cannot have beards. Mummy hasn't got a beard. Well, she is not a wild beast, is she? If she was, said Charlie, we little wild beasts. At least you would, William. You would be a wild beast. Why? What would you be? I would be a Charlie, dear, the beast. Oh, just stop being so silly, Charlie, said William angrily. And try counting wild beast. I want to go to sleep. I am tired. For a few minutes there was silence. Then Charlie's face appeared upside down as he hung over the edge of his bunk. William, he said, what now? How can I count wild beasts if I don't know what they look like? William, who had been lying on his back, suddenly turned on his tummy and began to punch his pillow furiously with both fists. Then he got out of the bed and switched on the light. He took an animal book from the bookshelf, found a picture of a wildebeest, and showed it in silence to his younger brother. Oh, that said Charlie, that's a new. There are the same animals, William said. He closed the book, put it back on the shelf, turned out the light, and got into the bed again. He said in a careful, patient voice, just try counting them. Charles, just imagine you are an African, you are in Africa, watching a huge herd of wildebeest walking past thousands and thousands and thousands of them. You are sitting there counting them and you are getting very, very sleepy. At last, above his head, William heard Charlie beginning to count quite slowly, quite quietly. 1, 2, 3. He began. He had reached 20, and William's eyelids were just beginning to droop. When suddenly Charlie said loudly and very fast indeed, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 20, 10. Charlie cried William, what are you doing? Not my fault, said Charlie. The wildebeests were walking quite slowly and then they started to gallop. There must have been a lion about. Again there was silence for a while and then Charlie's duet come whizzing down past the William's head. Charlie, he said, it's terribly hot in Africa. Charlie said, I am thirsty. I am going to get a drink. He came down the ladder from the top bunk and went out to the bathroom. When he had climbed back into the bed again, he said, William, now what? What comes after 99 or 100? Silly. And then 200. No, of course not. You have to start again, 101 or 102, said William. He pulled his duet over his face and tried not to hear the steady murmur overhead as count went on. Once more, he had almost drifted off. When the Charlie said, William, William did not answer. If I keep quiet, he thought, perhaps he will be quiet. William, what comes after a million? William sat up. You can't have counted a million, he said. I haven't, not yet. I was just wondering. Charlie said, William between his teeth, go to sleep. Can I stop counting? I suppose so. Okay, said Charlie. For perhaps 5 minutes, William lay rigid, not moving muscles. Above him all was quiet. Tensely, he waited for the next. William did not come. Carefully, terribly, carefully, William slid from under his duvet and swung his legs over onto the floor. Slowly, silently, he climbed the ladder to the top bunk and peered into it. By the light from the open door, he could see the still figure of his brother. Thumb in mouth, Charlie, the beast was fast asleep. Cautiously, the William climbed down again, picked up Charlie's duet, scaled the ladder once more, and covered the sleeper up. This is the lesson. Okay, before starting the explanation, I want to recall what we completed in the previous class. Here, the Charlie and the William are brothers. One night, their mother was reading a storybook. After completion of that one, she said, "Okay, this is a long story. Now, yeah, you must go for bed, straight to bed." To sleep. William settled himself in the bottom bunk, and that Charlie is climbing the ladder to top one. Mummy is saying in a plain voice, okay, you must straight to sleep. As soon as then William is saying, as soon as you went to out of from our room, he will start asking the questions. Who? Charlie. And I'm not able to go for sleep. Then mother said, okay, Charlie, you must start counting the sheep. And she said, okay, you imagine a flock of sheep. They are in the field, and one of that sheep is came out of hatch, and all others followed that one, that first sheep. So you must count that one. Then he she went out, and Charlie is asked the William, why should I count sheep? Why not other insect? Then he said, okay, you must count. You can count. But what he is saying, okay, how that sheep came out of that hedge, like that only, that insect will comes from my bed to your bed. Then the William started scratch, and okay, then we will leave that one, and I want to give another animal to count. Then he gave the animal wild beast. Then what happens? That one today we are going to learn. Here the Charlie is asking, what a beast? Wild beast, said William. He is pronouncing wrongly, what a beast. Then the William said, no, it is not. It is wild beast. What's a wild beast will be? He is asking, Charlie is asking, what a wild beast? Well, there are short like a horse. They are short like a horse. The body is, but they got heads more like a cow. It is more like a cow with horns and beard. Here he is explaining the wild beast. Then he asks, the daddy ones have beards, don't they? Said Charlie. Here he is asking, however, daddy is having beards like that wild beast also have. Then mummies have beards too. Then he is asking, okay, they are like our daddy, they are also having the beard. Then mummy is also having that beard. Then that William says, mummies cannot have beards. Mummy hasn't got beard. Here in the wild beast also, the female one are not having that beard. Well, she is not a wild beast. She is. If she was, said Charlie. Now William is saying, okay, our mummy is not a wealthy beast. Then he is, the Charlie is asking, if she is, what will happen? Then he says, okay, if she is a wild beast, then we are small wild beasts. You would be a wild beast. Why? What would you be? Then I would be a Charlie. Now Charlie is saying, okay, you can be wildly beast, but I am not. I am a Charlie only. Oh, just stop being so silly, Charlie, said William angrily. He said, okay, stop this one and try counting. Try counting the worldly beasts. I want to go to sleep because I am tired. Now he is saying, okay, stop this one. Stop the arguments and go for counting because I want to go to sleep. For a few minutes there was a silence. Then the Charlie's face appeared upside down as he hung over the edge of his bunk. He is peeping from his bunk. William, he said. He is calling his brother. Now, what? What now he is asking? How can I count a wildebeest if I don't know what they look like? Now he is asking, how can I count if I don't know how they look? Then William had been lying on his back, suddenly turned on his tummy. Tummy means stomach, and began to punch. Punch means something means hit with your fist. Fist, this is known as fist. Then he got out of bed and switched on the light, and he took an animal book from the bookshelf, found a picture of wildebeest and showed to the Charlie. To his younger brother means Charlie. Oh, that said Charlie. That's new. There are same animal, William said. He closed the book, put it back on the shelf, turn out the light, and got into the bed again. William put that book in the bookshelf and turned off the light, and he went to the bed. He said in a careful, patient voice, just to try to counting them. Now he is saying, just you go on counting them. Just imagine you are in Africa. Now he is giving one instruction. Just you imagine you are in Africa, watching a huge herd of wild beasts walking past thousands and thousands and thousands of them. You are sitting there and counting them, and the sun's blazing down, and you are getting very, very sleepy. He is saying, William is saying. At last, above his head, William heard Charlie beginning to count quietly, slowly. He started counting. 1, 2, 3. He begins. He had reached 20. He counted up to 20 with low voice. Then William's eyelids were just beginning to close. Then suddenly Charlie said loudly and very fast, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. After that he said 2010. Here at the beginning he started counting very slowly, means very quietly. After that he started counting. After 20 he started counting very loudly as well as fast, and up to 29 he counted correctly. After that he started, instead of 30 he said 2010. Then that William cried, Charlie, what are you doing? Then he said, it is not my fault. Charlie said, it is not my fault. The wild beasts were walking quite slowly, and then they started to gallop. He started angrily, Charlie, what you are, how you are counting? Then he said, okay, it is not my fault. It is the fault of that wild beast. Before they are moving very slowly. After that they galloped. Galloped means proceed at a great speed. They started with the great speed because there must have been a lion. So they started moving very fast. Again there was silence for a while, and then Charlie's duet. Duet means blanket filled with the feathers or other materials, and came whizzing. Whizzing means to move, or cars to move with such sound. It is he is making sound down past the William's head. Charlie, he said, it's terribly hot in Africa. He is saying, it is terribly hot in Africa. Charlie said, I am thirsty. I am going to get a drink. Now he is saying, at the beginning he said, you just imagine you are in the Africa. So he is saying, now I am in the Africa. There is too hot weather. So I am thirsty. So I want to go to get a drink. He came down the ladder from the top bunk and went out to the bathroom. When he had climbed back into the bed again, he said William. He went to bathroom and came back and he climbed his bunk and then he started asking William, now what? What he is asking? What comes after 99? He is asking, okay, what comes after 99? Then William said, 100. And then 200. No, of course not. You have to start again. 100 and 101, 102, said William. William said, after completion of 99, you must count 100. After that, he asked, so he said 200. Then at the same time, he said, now you are not going to count like this. You must start again with the 101, 102 like this. He pulled his duet over his face and tried to not hear the steady murmur overhead as the count went on. Now what he done? He closed his face with that duet. He is not ready to listen the murmur overhead as the count went on. Once more he had almost drifted. Drifted means they slowly fall asleep. When the Charlie said, William, William did not answer. If I keep quiet, he thought perhaps he will be quiet. What he is saying, if I go on answering, he is go on questioning me. If I keep quiet, then he will also, he is thinking I am slept, so he will be quiet. William, what comes after a million? Now he started asking question. What comes after a million? William sat up. You cannot have counted to a million, he said. Okay, what comes after a million? Then William said, you are not counted to a million, he said. I haven't not yet. I was just wondering. He is saying, okay, I am not counted, but I want to know. Charlie said, William, between his teeth, go to sleep. He started, go to sleep like this. Can I stop counting? Now Charlie is asking to the William, can I stop counting? Okay, said Charlie. I suppose so. Then Charlie said, okay. Perhaps 5 minutes, William lay rigid. Rigid means stiff, not moving a muscle. Straight he slept. Above him, all was quiet, tensely. Tensely means in a worried or nervous way. He waited for the next William and did not come. Carefully, terribly, carefully, William slid. Slid means move smoothly along a surface while maintaining continuous contact with it. His duvet and swung his legs over onto the floor. Slowly, silently, he climbed the ladder to the top bunk and peered. Look with the difficulty or by the light from the open door, they could see the still figure of his brother. Thumb in the mouth, Charlie. Beast was fast asleep. Cautiously means carefully, William climbed down again, picked up Charlie's duet, scaled. Scaled means a ladder, a wall, or a mountain you climb up. The ladder once more and covered the sleeper up. Okay, we completed the lesson. Now I want to write the meanings. Beard. Beard means a growth of hair on the chin, on the chin and lower cheeks of a man's face. Second one, sorry, coming a person's stomach or abdomen. Next, punch. To hit with fist. Seriously, in an in an extremely extremely angry manner. New means another name for a wild beast. Fist means a closed hand. Closed hand. Gallop. Gallop means proceed at great Seal. Sizzling. To move. To move. Are. Cause. To move with. To move with such a sound. Duvet means. Duvet means a blanket. A blanket filled with filled with feathers, feathers or other material. Drifted off. Slowly fall. Slowly fall asleep. Next, rigid. Stiff. Rigid means stiff. Move a muscle. Means remain, remain perfectly still. Next, tensely. Means in a worry, in a worry or nervous way. In a nervous way. Next, slid. Slid means move smoothly, move smoothly along or surface while maintaining continuous contact with it. Next one, scale. Means a ladder, a wall, or a mountain. Mountain. You climb up it. Okay, students. I think you understood the lesson. Try to counting the sheep. Thank you. Have a nice day.